Hey there, Hunt fans. It's Andrew with Moonboy TV. I have some fantastic news for you today. Apparently, Bob Briggs is going to be making a return to Shudder 2 times this year. And also, he will be getting a series next year. Let's check it out. This news clip is brought to you by DreadCentral.com. Check them out. After the stunning success of The Last Drive-In, Shudder has big plans for Bob Briggs. Heck yes. Alright. Horror fans have long considered Shudder a must-have streaming service. While smaller than Netflix and Hulu, they focus specifically on the horror genre, and in that capacity, their selection can't be beaten. Well, that's mostly true. They do have a great horror selection, but I think in the race to add more content for content's sake, they've started adding some weird stuff as well. Like, they've got a documentary in there called Roads, I think it is, and it's just nothing but dash cam footage from Russian cars where they just observe people skidding off the road on icy roads, or getting into minor fender benders, or meteors falling from the sky, that kind of stuff. Nothing spooky, nothing horror. It's just random. So if they don't keep doing that, I think Shudder will remain the top dog for sure for a long time, when it comes to horror at least. Alright, back to it. They even have original content that will give anything else on the horror related, or they even have original content that will give anything else horror-related on the internet a run for its money. While Shudder's popularity and rise can both be described as meteoric, they reached new heights of popularity following the 24-hour marathon on Friday the 13th last July. The event was live hosted by Bob Briggs and was so well attended, hordes of horror fans crashed the Shudder servers, and I was one of them. It was awesome to see that there was that much popularity, but it was very frustrating because I wanted to watch Bob. Clearly smelling potential for big bucks, Shudder just announced that they have big plans for Briggs. No doubt. Additional marathons, of course, but also unique holiday specials. I'm looking forward to that. Alright, here's the full scoop from today's press release. September 5th, 2018. After the unprecedented 24-hour event, The Last Drive-In with Bob Briggs, quote-unquote, broke the internet in July, Shudder will bring back the iconic horror host for Thanksgiving and Christmas specials, to be titled The Dinners of Death and A Very Bob Christmas. I like that. Shudder, AMC's premium streaming service for thriller, suspense, and horror, also announced plans to launch a regular series featuring Bob in 2019. I'm really excited for that. I've been a supporter of Shudder for I think at least a couple of years, and they didn't have a whole lot of content when they started, and now that they're starting to bring in this original content like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon, I'm really excited for the future of the service. The response to our first marathon was overwhelming, and we can't think of a better gift for our members than to bring Bob back for the holidays, said Shudder GM Craig Engler. We've been hard at work with Bob and his team to make these new marathons unforgettable events, and we have even bigger plans for 2019. That sounds good. My only suggestion is, Shudder, if you're listening, don't overthink it. The beauty of Bob's drive-ins are that they are just that. They're like a crappy drive-in. The sets don't need to be extravagant. There needs to be no scripting whatsoever. Just let Bob run off at the mouth and do what he does best. Drink, watch movies, and make inappropriate comments. Alright. This holiday season... No, wait. I skipped one paragraph here. Bob Briggs adds, in November, we're turning Black Friday into Red Thursday with the best deadly dinner movies in history. And in December, we have a very special way to fill that void felt by American households ever since ABC stopped airing Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey Claymation Special. I don't know if I've got a void in my heart because they canceled that. I don't even know if I've ever seen it, but I am looking forward to the holiday movies. I can't even think of but one Thanksgiving, maybe two Thanksgiving movies. So I'm interested to see what they've got. This holiday season, set an extra plate at the table for Joe Bob. Dinners of Death is scheduled to air on Thursday, November 22nd, followed by A Very Joe Bob Christmas on Friday, December 21st. Both marathons will be streamed live and feature films handpicked by Joe Bob himself, with special guest stars and Joe Bob's signature brand of drive-in deep dives and commentary. Details for the Joe Bob series will be announced in early 2019. Both marathons and the series will be produced by Matt Minjor, I don't know how to say it, and Justin Martell, and directed by Austin Jennings. Alright, The Last Drive-In was originally streamed on Shudder Friday the 13th in July, and trended nationally on Twitter during its entire 24-hour run. That's right. Things do tend to do that when you put on good content, and also when it breaks and makes people mad. With celebrities like Stephen King and Jonah Ray tweeting about it. The demand temporarily took down Shudder's servers, leading fans of Joe Bob to proudly proclaim that their hero, quote-unquote, broke the internet. So let me know in the comments section below, are you excited that Joe Bob is coming back? Do you even know who he is? If you did watch the last marathon, let me know what you thought. I really enjoyed it up until the point where I couldn't connect. So give me your feedback, comment section below. And if you're excited for Joe Bob, hit the thumbs up button. Have a good night.